All right, Billy. Good to see you. Thanks for getting out here. So today, we're diving straight into Chapter 2 of Coach G's system. It's called The Answer. And trust me, it's all about getting rid of that hesitation we were talking about.
So let me just start with this one question for you. When that ball comes screaming over the net, what is your gut reaction? What's your answer?
That's the whole issue right there. I don't really have one. I freeze up. For that split second, my brain just goes into total chaos. It's like, do I hit it hard? Do I play it safe? Cross court? Down the line? And by the time I've picked one, it's too late. I'm rushing, and I either mess up the shot completely or just kind of float it back. It is so frustrating.
And that mental chaos you're describing? That's exactly what we're going to fix today. Coach Inez designed this entire system to cut through all that noise and give you one simple, clear path forward. So, here's the game plan. We're going to look at why you're struggling. Then I'll show you Coach G's simple answer. We'll break down the only 2 modes you'll ever need. Then I'll tell you about another player who totally transformed her game with this. And finally, we'll get you on the court with a drill to make it second nature. How's that sound?
What you're feeling is what Coach G calls the player's dilemma. And let me be clear, Billy, this has nothing to do with your strokes. Your forehand and backhand are great. You're losing points because in those high-pressure moments, you have way too many choices and no system to pick the right one. That hesitation, that's the real opponent out here.
So, Coach Inez came up with this brilliant way to just slice right through all of that confusion. It's a system that's literally designed to remove the guesswork from your game. No more second guessing, no more freezing up, just a clear road from chaos to clarity. And this is it. It's called The Answer. And the key word here is binary. That just means there are only 2 choices. From now on, every single ball that comes over that net, you're going to file it into one of 2 mental buckets. Is this a ball I reset, or is this a ball I attack? That's it. Nothing else exists. Okay, so let's really dig into what these 2 modes mean. Because for this to work, you've got to know instantly what each mode looks like, and more importantly, what it feels like when you're in the middle of a point. They're triggered by totally different shots, and they have totally different goals. Okay, look at this breakdown right here. Let's start with reset mode. When do you use it?
When the ball is neutral or I'm on defense.
Exactly. And what's the goal? It's not to hit a winner. The goal is just to survive, to neutralize whatever your opponent is throwing at you. And you do that with a high, heavy, deep cross-court shot. You're just trying to get the point back to even. Now, what about attack mode?
That's for when they hit it short or weak.
Right, and see how the goal is the complete opposite? Here, you are trying to end the point. You step in, you take their time away, and you hit a decisive shot to take control. One is about not losing the point, the other is about winning the point. Let me tell you a quick story about a player Coach G worked with. Her name was Zuri. She had the exact same problem you have. And I think hearing how this system just clicked for her is going to make it all real for you. So Zuri had a ton of power, but she thought that meant she had to attack every single ball. She'd be stretched out wide, completely off balance, and still try to blast a winner down the line. Does that sound at all familiar?
Man, you're describing my entire lost match. I'm always trying to be the hero instead of just staying in the rally.
So Coach Inez gave her this incredibly simple mental picture. He told her to forget everything else and just focus on these 2 buckets. Is this an attack ball or a reset ball? That's the only question she had to answer. And that tiny shift in focus, well, it changed everything for her.
So check this out. Here's a perfect example from one of her matches. Score is tight, 2-all. Her opponent pulls her way off the court with a deep forehand. Now, the old Zuri would have tried to hit a low-percentage hero shot from out there. But the new Zuri instantly recognizes, hey, I'm on defense. She puts the ball in the reset bucket and hits this big looping cross-court shot that buys her time. And what happens? Her opponent, who now has to deal with a deep, heavy ball, hits a weak shot that lands short. And a short ball means?
Attack mode.
You got it. Zuri sees it, steps in, and cracks a clean winner. She used a reset to earn an attack ball. It's beautiful. And I absolutely love what Coach G said about her transformation. The scoreboard calmed down because her brain did. As soon as she stopped panicking and just started sorting the balls into the right buckets, those unforced errors just vanished. The clarity in her head led directly to composure on the scoreboard.
Okay, so that's the theory. Now let's get to work and make this an instinct for you. We're going to put it into practice, but first, let's talk about a common mistake I bet you're making right now.
Oh, 100%. I do this all the time. Someone hits a really deep, heavy ball, but it's right in my wheelhouse, So I think I can crush this.
I try to muscle it and, yeah, half the time it's in the bottom of the net or 10 feet long.
Exactly. And that's the trap. Just because a ball is in your strike zone doesn't automatically make it an attack ball. If it's pushing you back with its depth and pace, it's a reset ball. So the correction isn't to swing harder. The correction is to change your decision. Recognize it for what it is, a reset ball, and just answer by sending a safe, heavy cross-court ball right back.
All right, now for the fun stuff. I've got a super simple drill we're going to do that will start training your brain to see the court this way, to just instantly see the ball as one of two things. It's all about making that decision completely automatic.
Okay, you and me, let's head to the baseline. We're just going to rally cross-court. Now, if I send you a deep, heavy ball that pushes you back, I want you to actually call out reset as you hit your high, deep reply. But if I give you a short or weak ball, you're going to yell attack as you move in to take it. Saying it out loud is so important, it forces your brain to commit to the decision and links that thought to your action. You ready to give it a shot?
Awesome. As we get started, just keep this simple phrase from Coach G in your mind. Every ball that comes your way is a question, and now you always have the answer. It's one or the other. Reset or attack. Let's get to it.